All right, so I want to talk to you guys about perseverance and give you guys an example of when I had to persevere over something. So in 2014, was my first time applying to be a police officer. And I wanted to be a police officer since I was a child. So this was my first real opportunity of applying to that career field and trying to go after that career field. So 2014, I applied to a police department. I don't pass the written test. I take the written test. I don't pass it. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just messed up on something. I'm going to try it again. Early 2015, I take the written test again, fail. So now I'm sitting at the house, I'm crying, I'm upset, I'm mad because they don't tell you what you messed up on. They don't tell you how to fix it. They don't tell you anything. They just send you an email and say you didn't pass. So now I'm lost, I'm confused. I'm like, is this something that I should be doing? Is this something that is even worth doing after failing twice? So at that point, I'm like, maybe I'm not supposed to do it in Indianapolis. So I applied to other states, other cities. I think I applied to Arizona, Cali, Atlanta, Phoenix. I know I just said Arizona and Phoenix is the same place. Stupid. But Seattle, Texas, Florida. And I applied to all these different places to just branch out, see if maybe I'm supposed to be somewhere else doing this career. So in the midst of all that, I also decided to apply to my current department, Indianapolis, again. I apply here again in the midst of applying to all those places. So early 2016, I think January, year 2016, I take the written test for Indianapolis. All right, I take that. But then at the same time, in February, Texas asks me to come out and do a written and physical test there. So I'm like, okay, I haven't passed the Indianapolis test twice, so I may not pass it again. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fly out there. So it was February 13th, 2016. I fly out to Grand Prairie, Texas. I take the written test, pass that. I take the physical test, pass that. And I'm out there. I get back from there, and they give me a call and like, well, we're just gonna go a different way. I'm thinking to myself, like, how do you really go a different way with a police officer? But I guess maybe I lived too far. They didn't want to have to deal with that. Deal with me trying to move out there, figuring out moving out there. But anyway, I get that call that I don't get that. But at the same time, a week later, I get an email saying I passed the written test for Indianapolis. So I'm like, what? I passed? This is crazy. So I'm excited about that. I think it's the physical test, the running and stuff like that, push-ups. I passed that. And then I think I do a lie detector test. I passed that. And then I passed all the steps that I need. My physical eval, I think they do like a blood draw. They do all this stuff. I passed all that to where now I'm being sworn in December 2016. A department that I applied to 2 other times and failed, I'm now being sworn into. So I say all that to say, keep pushing. Keep pushing. It's not going to happen overnight. I saw a tweet or something before where a celebrity said it took me 11 years, 7 months, and like 3 days to be an overnight success. Success doesn't happen overnight. Yes, you can wake up and you can go viral on social media overnight, but what have you succeeded in? Nothing. You just put a post out there that the world thought was good enough to share to other people. So understand, know your why for why you're doing something. And if you can hold on to that why, it'll make life a lot easier when you come across those failed times, because you're going to fail. It's going to happen. You may not like it, you may not want it to happen, but at some point in your life, you're going to experience failure, and it's going to be how you respond to it that makes you who you are and proves you worthy to have the position that you're in search of. So I say all that to say, keep pushing, keep going, know your why, and stay true to you. Thank you for tuning in to my TED Talk about perseverance.